Georgia Congressman and legendary civil rights icon John Lewis has been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer and must now undergo treatment. He released this statement today regarding his prognosis. He said, "I've been in some kind of fight for freedom, equality, basic human rights for nearly my entire life. I've never faced a fight quite like this one I have now." This month, in a routine medical visit and subsequent tests, doctors discovered stage 4 pancreatic cancer. This diagnosis has been reconfirmed. He goes on to write, "Please keep me in your prayers as I begin this journey." We go right to CNN's Dana Bash on the phone. And Dana, this is shocking, sad news. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, it is shocking and sad. A very dire diagnosis. He put out this statement in the way that he has approached every fight that he has undertaken since he was a young man fighting in the civil rights movement, saying he is not going to give up. He is going to continue to battle. But this is clearly not a good prognosis. He says, "I'm clear-eyed about the prognosis," even though he insists in the statement that medical advances have made this type of cancer treatable in many cases. Pancreatic cancer historically has really not been very treatable because most times they find it at a late stage, and stage 4, is pretty dire, Jessica.
Right. And talk to us a little bit about Congressman Lewis. He's a lion. He's such a huge part of the House, of the Hill. Help us understand the role, the huge role he plays there.
A huge role. Well, I should also say, before I get to that he is saying in his statement that he is not going to he's going to continue to work. He's going to return to Washington when Congress comes back, and he's going to have to be in treatment, but will try to vote and to participate in the work of Congress as much as he can. But when it comes to his role in American history, and obviously more recently his 30-plus years in Congress, it's hard to overstate how much of an impact he's had. First of all, on that bridge in Selma, Alabama, I had the honor of going back with him. He does this every year. He makes a pilgrimage, a bipartisan pilgrimage, takes some reporters with him in order to tell the story of what happened in 1965 when he was walking across that bridge with so many other civil rights activists, just for the sole purpose of getting the right to vote for African Americans. And he got his head bashed in. He almost didn't survive. He said he remembers feeling like he was going to die. He was 25 years old. And that moment was really a turning point in the movement for African Americans to get the right to vote that led to the Voting Rights Act. And that was such a critical time that he, as I said, he makes a point of bringing people back every single year. Sometimes it's the president. Sometimes it's, first-term members of Congress from across the aisle, Republicans and Democrats. It's a really, really special event that he does. But also in Washington, you kind of alluded to this, Jessica, John Lewis is the heart and soul of the Democratic caucus and even beyond the Democratic caucus. When there's a big fight coming up, whether it's a policy fight or even a political fight, the Democratic caucus turns to him many, many times for the leadership that they know he can give, for the sort of the heart and the soul that they know that he can provide. He always says, we need to get into trouble, good trouble. He tells that to kids. I've seen him say that to kids that he meets and to adults who are trying to make change.
We didn't ask for this. This is a sad day. It is not a day of joy. Our nation is founded on the principle that we do not have kings, we have presidents. And the Constitution is our compasses. When you see something that is not right, not just, not fair, you have a moral obligation to say something, to do something. Our children and their children will ask us, what did you do? What did you say? For some, this vote may be hard, but we have a mission and a mandate to be on the right side of history. I'll yield back to Banner's of my time.